We're in, mate. We're in.
Right.
Right, here we go. This is the third 30 Dream Frequency album interviews with none other than
your boy.
Sponsored by Ultrasonic. Are you? Have you got a brew there, Mal?
I am. Hold on a sec, mate. I'm a bit parched. You know, when I like a cuppa, I like a cuppa, yeah?
He's laughing. I can hear him laughing in the other room.
Did I not give you one of these when you were up?
Did you fuck? You wanted me to buy one?
I'm sure they were.
Excuse my language, kids. I need to stop swearing now. But it's the Scottish edition, this, so every other word is like beep, beep.
Don't bleep us out. I'm sure I pointed you in the direction of the merchandise stall last time you were up playing at 1991.
And I just say as well, though, while we're on merchandising and getting all the plugs out the way, Mal's merchandising is second to none. It's some great stuff. Where's the hat? The white hat, the iconic hat.
Hold on a second. Wait a second.
Here we go. Aunt Sally, I'm putting my ultrasonic head on. Got me raving head on.
I put the hat on, not for promotions, just because I've got the ultimate, like everybody, the ultimate lockdown haircut.
Mate, have you seen
it? It just gets outrageous, man.
Dude, listen, we're blessed that we've got some hair on the head, but I'm actually thinking of going for what I'm thinking of doing, right? Stylish head. No, I'm actually thinking of hiking that down to the excuse my language, to the boat, and then I might go for my top knot again for rave.
Whoa.
But I might just chop it off.
It's great to have options.
It's great to have options. And on the merchandising, Mal, you set up another website, haven't you, for your the strawberry doodahs? Because my missus has just got the T-shirt and she loves it.
Aye, mate. But listen, hey, this is all about you. Hey, come on, you know.
I know, but I like to share it, mate.
The lockdown thing, as you know, it's been hard on everybody. But I think, I mean, are we the entertainment industry, the music industry? Well, we've been like one of the worst people hit, and probably the last people that's going to actually get back to work. You know, as in going out DJing, live gigs. So it's been quite a hard time. I know you're really busy with your online stuff, which has been amazing.
Yeah.
But as in going out and DJing, performing, you know yourself, it's end of the year if we're lucky.
Yeah.
It's fucking grim, man.
I know it is. I mean, like, we've had many conversations, especially early doors, like, basically, and genuinely supporting each other, haven't we? You know, I've said to you, which we will come on to, the Kickstarter, because I'm pretty sure I said to you about the Kickstarter where we were saying, I seen somebody kindly put me on a guy called Si Livingston, God bless you, sir. He said, listen, have you seen these Kickstarter things? And it was the seduction one. And then I was talking to you about it. You got yours going, I got mine going, but we'll come back to that. But yeah, it's bloody survival, isn't it? And everybody's in the same boat. We're not by any means, special, but like you said, we're going to be one of the last industries that's going to be out. But having said that, I'm looking around and everybody else seems to be just doing what they want anyway and cracking on. It's so many mixed messages.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's been a hard time, innit? And like you said, us having a laugh and chatting, but also try to guide each other through the ups and downs of it all. Like mental health is batted about dead easy these days, but it genuinely helps to just have mates and sound things out and ideas and but what about this and what about that, just to make you feel you're not in it alone, and there's other people going through it,
Exactly, mate. Exactly, and I tried all my mates, they weren't answering, so I so going back to the collaboration, right? Just I know we're going to jump all over the place because even when we chat on the phone, man, it goes from chickens to bloody all sorts, like you do. But I did that gag on you, like, listen, Mal.
You've got me about fucking twice with that.
I'm like, Mal, I'm doing this album. I really, you know, I want some really good mates, some top people who are respected in the industry. They wouldn't do it, but can you do it? And he's like, ah, ah. Oh, mate. But no, crikey. But yeah, that's what we have. I mean, you've been doing the same. We just got to, you know, especially, I mean, we're coming out of the lockdown, hopefully, but bloody hell, at the time, it was just, the phone call meant everything, didn't it? Just to sort of, I'm in the city. I mean, I have been really, really lucky because obviously, I do my studio it's my bread and butter, making tracks for other people and producing and teaching and all that. And I was doing that before the lockdown. But it's the same with me, man. The first week, you know, people were, you know, regular people who book in like a few times a month, gonna have to knock it on the head. And then luckily after 2 weeks when they got bored, they were like, sod it, just book me in.
Yeah.
Just driving.
I mean, and it's just, again, that's, people have like, you know, I think, like you're saying, first week or two, everybody batting down the hatches. Fuck, what's happening? What we doing?
Yeah.
And then I think people needed to just do things to deal with fucking the situation that they were in, you know, and you know, and sitting down making music or whatever. It's a great release, you know, because you do when you're in the zone making a tune, the outside world's forgotten about, and you're lucky enough to just escape for that wee bit, you know, being creative or whatever. I moved house, and then my studio was like fucking packed in storage, and I had to like. But that's how I built this wee corner up.
She's let you have the corner. Your missus has let you have. Maria's let you have. You can have that, and that's no more.
Don't step out that corner. But I mean, it was just weird because I was kind of lost for a wee bit, and even trying to write music now, I'm still kind of like, I just kind of get my head into it because reality's just fucking sitting on my shoulder, you know. Bills to pay, you know, events that I've arranged and cancelled, and you know, lost money in flights and artist bookings and all that. But it just kind of like clouds your head to try and just think straight and go, right, I want to be selfish and just think about music. And unfortunately, I've not been able to do that. And that's what's been great about our collaboration. I totally know that I forgot all about it. That has just been another wee beacon of light in the fucking lockdown for me because, you know, I knew we spoke loads. You told me about the album. I've been lucky enough to hear all the fucking tracks. It's sounding mega. Oh. And then I was like, fucking hell, that's right. We did that track. It was just before kind of all the lockdown carry on, wasn't it? Is it start of the year? Or am I getting my dates mixed up?
I'm trying to work out if it was maybe like, was it like November or something like that? Was it before?
I had a 6-pack of double deckers and I went on the train to see you.
Hold on a minute. Let me fish. Hold on a minute.
Through the files. Is it what I think?
So basically, right, I'm on this bad keto diet because I'm weird. Easy now.
Line two, calling you through.
So basically, Mal, this is a moment. We should give it. We should sign it, and just give it as a free sign thingy because this got us through. Mal let the other 6. It was a 6-pack.
Well, you know.
So he's trying to say to me, "Come, Blandy, just eat it, Blandy. No, eat it." So anyway,
I was trying to tempt you to the dark side.
Oh mate, honestly. So I just kept it. So it was the in-gag for about 2 or 3 months after, wasn't it? I was just
every now and again you send me a fucking screenshot of it.
Hey, I'm gonna keep that. That's going in the museum of ultrasonic and dream frequency. Ultra.
And you know what's going to happen? The next time I'm down visiting you, I'm going to eat it.
It'll still be fresh,
regardless of the expiry date.
Yes.
Dunking it in there.
You know what, mate? I'm looking at the calendar and I'm thinking that it was actually before Christmas that we did that track.
But right, so it was last year.
Yeah, I've got a feeling it was like end of November or something like that. I might be wrong. But yeah, so I called you up. We'd agreed to do it. And I mean, yeah, it was when we got in the studio, like you say, you do it and then you just forget about it. And it's almost like this little seed as I've been promoting this album. Obviously, that track has just gone boom.
Yeah.
which I remember, right, when we did the track. So we're sat, I'll try and fish out some little, I got you recording the drums or something, like being all technical and stuff on the touch screen and all that. No, honestly, right. So you were driving it, because it was great, because you turn around to me, because I'm quite, I like to get everything, you know, like sounding, what's the word, you know, very compressed, you know, not over the top, but you were saying, no, Blandy, keep it raw. And we need that raw sound. And it was almost like you made me back off a little bit on it. And then even when I was playing the piano bit, you were saying, make sure you get that dream frequency with the strings and all that.
Yeah.
But for me personally, when you stood here in the corner and you became ultrasonic, that was magical, mate. Honestly, that I got the goosies. And honestly, like just recently, you know, like George dropped it, didn't he? The first promo for Scotland. Cheers, George. Nice one, dude. And we were listening to it. It was pre-recorded, but we went to Blackpool for just a drive out like you do. And honestly, we had it on the radio, mate. It sounded brilliant. I was properly buzzing. I've not been buzzing like that for so many years when you actually hear somebody drop it on the radio.
Yeah. I watched your video of it. Charlotte was videoing you. And I actually get goosebumps at the fact that you showed. I'm getting goosebumps just now that you showed the goosebumps, because that was always the test, wasn't it? If you get a good in the studio, you're working on something. If you get the goosebumps, you just know there's something in there, kind of thing, you know. And it doesn't happen all the time, but when it happens, you kind of just go, fucking hell, you know.
I know. Well, I just remember that there was in the track, you know, like the line, and you thought that we'd slow down, come on, which are etched into my brain. But when the Hoover stabs come in, I remember me and you just sat here just laughing because you know how that's going to go down. It's just
it was like a fucking Wayne's World moment or something, wasn't it? The two of us just sitting and just went,
brilliant. Well, you know, I mean,
it was kind of like, and it's the full. I mean. No, even though we just recently did it, it's kind of been a long time in the making, you know, for the amount of time we've known each other. And then remember round about, I'm sure it was like early 2000s when you were busy doing, was it all the Quake stuff and all that?
Yeah.
And I was doing the public domain thing, and we were saying, let's try and get a track. Let's try and smash out a track. I think we were both doing stuff on Slinky or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Remember? And we were like, let's fucking try and do something. And we just never get the time or whatever happened.
Yeah.
So it was great to just finally, again, we had planned it, you know, dates moving left, right, center, but we got it, we get train. Remember, you were like, right, I booked the fucking hotel, and I was like, right, I've booked the train. It's fucking happening. Because the two of you don't like to lose any money here. It's on. It's fucking on.
No, but we are. We're very professional, aren't we? You know, I mean, we are. If we say we're going to do something, we do it, and we commit to it. Do you know what I mean? And like, you know, there's, So, but go on, carry on, mate. Yeah, so we booked the train, didn't we?
We finally got it done. We got everything booked up. So I think it was like, it was fucking locked in. And I remember, you know, I was like genuinely, we knew we were going to. You know, I was like fucking mega chuffed just to you know, obviously all your real mates who are busy. I was like great to be on the B side, you know, to be asked down to work with you, you know what I mean? I was like, fuck yeah, I need to.
You're on the A side, sir. You greenlit all the way. What are you going on about?
I was buzzing coming down, even low on my train, and I had a chair, and it never even had a fucking window. I was like, sitting all the way down to Ears for Glasgow, like, fuck me, man.
You sent me a picture on the phone. My view, and it was just
a fucking wall. It was just like that. That's a great view. But I mean, super excited to come down. I think we 2 days, and for me, and I'm sure it's the same with you. You know, as you get older, it's all about working with people that you really want to spend time with. It's beyond business. It's more about just being with friends and having a laugh, and that's exactly what the studio session was. Although we were very professional and we made every second count, we had such a fucking laugh doing it.
Yeah.
And that to me is just means more than the music, more than anything else. It's about, you know, sharing time with friends and having fun, and something creative and something brilliant came out of it. But the full process it wasn't a burden. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I've got to say, icing on the cake was when Cherie came in as well.
Oh yeah.
Because I think you actually wrote most of the lyrics. For the.
Well, I don't like to brag, but
it's down for the Ivan Novello Award. I've put you down. Are you down, mate? You down?
You're Elton and I'm. Who's that guy? What's with Elton John? Who's that guy? Bernie. You're Elton and I'm Bernie.
We'll not go there. Yeah. So, but you wrote the lyrics down, and then obviously I said, "Listen,
we kind of batted them forward, and
we did." But again, we were having this conversation, or you look at it on a piece of paper, and you're like, "Won't you come with me? Take me away?" And you're like, but when you get a decent singer in to just belt that out, it's just different level, isn't it? So listen, Cherie nailed it, absolutely nailed it.
Yeah, you were like, I'm working with this singer, she's amazing. I'll get her in tomorrow. And I was like, I think you'd sent me a couple of the tracks that you were demoing already, so I knew. I wasn't actually, I hadn't met Cherie before, but I knew she was quality.
Yeah,
but she's just come in, and again, the lyrics, it's not like the deepest lyrics, but again, that's what we set out to achieve. We wanted to make a track as if that's something that we would have made 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Yeah.
And just capture the essence of rave, like the lyrics are what the lyrics are, but it just works with the tune. It's just a total fucking hands in the air.
Exactly. I mean, when we were making them tracks, like back in the day, we didn't break down to a big piano and go, "I found my spirit."
I hunted high and low for the meaning of life.
That came with the trance bit after. Sorry, trances. I was there as well, so yeah. But yeah, it was. We just wanted. And at the end of the day, that is what's been such, for me, and I've said this on the other interviews, obviously I make a lot of now music, tech house, prog house, and I properly appreciate it, and I'm really, know where that's coming from, and I'm into that as well. But the joy of making no F's given rave and just going, this is, you said it in the track, what is it? The Ron Seal, what?
The Ron Seal of rave. It does exactly what it says in the tin.
Yeah, and that's what we set out to do. Yeah. But like you say, you do it, you go back off to Glasgow again, and then it's almost forgot about. And it's like this little seed, when you planted it, and then people get to hear it. I mean, the conundrum, well, it's not a conundrum, it's a great conundrum to have. It's like people are always now saying, when's it out? When's it out? When's it out?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the answer to that is the 12th of never. No, it's not. Is basically, obviously I've got to get this album across the line on the Kickstarter, and then once that's done, then we can do remixes on it and release it as a single for sure. But I've got 30 days to do this, so we're on the home straight now. You smash your Kickstarter, we're like, but we're getting there, and then we can get it out. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what's great about Kickstarter. We'd spoke about that before, didn't we? Like we both kind of looked at it, and then you were like, check out this Kickstarter, and we looked at, I keep forgetting the guy's name. Seduction. Mm. And they sort of, you kind of see what's achievable, and it's great because I think everybody who pledges or backs your Kickstarter, they really are on board and they feel like part of the process.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm obviously putting something out and getting a digital release is great, but I think people appreciate a tangible product, something they can hold, like the vinyl, reading the notes, the production notes, the cover, holding the vinyl or the CD in their hand. I think all that's really important. But right now, for an independent artist such as yourself, me, it's such an expense to take the gamble on putting together an amazing ultimately you're putting together an amazing package that a major record label would put together.
Yeah.
But you're doing it with the help of, I hate the word fans, but
like-minded people. Basically, it's like-minded people. I mean,
yeah, like-minded people. That's the right way to say it. Aye.
Yeah, I mean, you know, and then you look at it and like just to explain it for everybody about the Kickstarter thing is, again, you pledge, you go on the tier, you see what packages, and you say, right, I want the CD or I want the vinyl or whatever. And if you hit that target, then obviously you pay your cash, cash gets taken out. But, you know, they see this big little wad of money. I don't know if people do think this and think like, oh, they're making all that. Well, no, 3/4 of that is going on the price of the bloody CD, the vinyl and all the rest of it, plus the time spent in the studio. I mean, I started this album in September, so God knows how many hours I've put in. So it probably breaks even if you hit your target, it probably breaks even. But to get that on vinyl, I mean, I don't know about you, but you must have done this, mate. Did you ever get your vinyl? It sounds really weird. It's like, and smell the cover, smell just the packaging and all that, and just and like, you know, like you're doing the coloured vinyl. Is it blue and white yours?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we won't go there on the football teams, but no, in Scotland.
That was it to do with football. Just that's the colour of ultrasonic.
Oh, mate.
And the Glasgow Rangers, you know. No, I don't support football.
No. Yeah, so I think ours are green. I think ours is green and blue, I think. So the
psychedelic Manchester, yeah.
We went off the covers, but yeah, you know, just I can't wait, mate. I can't wait to hold this in my hand, you know.
I mean, I think the last time I smelt anything
easy
was my Action Man when I was a child, you know. And then I remember holding the first vinyl and smelling that and thinking,
it's laughing.
It's a magical time. It's a magical time to be alive. I mean, you're right with the Kickstarter. I mean, I've had like crazy questions from people going, oh, right, so we just give you money and then we need to buy the album. And I'm like, no, it's basically a pre-order.
Yeah.
On, you know, whatever tiers that they want to, how much they want to get involved. And like you say, there's Kickstarter fees, postal fees, production costs, and then you're left with a small amount. And I think in your case, with your Kickstarter, Ian, it's not going to cover the amount of time and studio time that you put into this amazing album. You know, you've worked with loads of amazing artists on this, amazing singers, all your own studio time.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of
that... They're never going to get paid for it, but that's not what it's about. It's about getting a quality product released on CD, vinyl, and just celebrating the fucking music.
Yeah, well, it's 30 years as well, and like, you know, when I
30 fucking years, wow.
I know, I've said in other interviews, it's like, I've never really done any Dream Frequency stuff in anger. And it's bizarre, really, but it's weird because I've always done the PAs, and the PAs, you know, them tracks, luckily, like Take Me Feel Surreal and all that, especially in Scotland, you know, people want to just experience that, you know, and see the PA and all that. And it's just kept me going. And I've said, yeah, of course, I love doing the PAs. But the thought of actually writing new Dream Frequency stuff before I did, give me the shivers, because how do you follow that? And then I didn't have my rave head on, and I don't know, just something clicked with the 30 years, and I just thought, and then honestly, man, 4 or 5 tracks in, I was just loving it. And it was just like, fuck off. I'm writing rave and I'm loving it, and I don't give a shit. And it's opened me up to, like, you know, all the people that are still into this music, you know, and it's in my DNA, man. It's the same with you, you know. Yeah, we do other projects. You do your Acid album and all the rest, but there's just something about it, and it's just timeless. We'll be doing this, mate. And I've said to my mate Rob, you know, we'll be doing it in the care home, mate.
Yeah, like that picture. Remember when we got over an island with all of us looking really old?
Oh,
it's funny because it's true.
in every joke, there's an element of truth in it, isn't there? That took me ages to do that picture, mate. What I did was I had to write. There was this app. I can't remember. It was an age app or something, and I aged you, and then I had to copy that, and then age me, and I think X-Ray was on as well, and there was like 3 of us. But yeah, funny, man.
A peach. I mean, the 30 years. I remember the first time that I see. I mean, and again, like what you were saying, the pressure on your shoulders with having such amazing anthems, Dream Frequency tracks. You know.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just think, oh, why don't you just fucking do another one of those? If it was that easy, we'd have fucking albums full of fucking anthems, and as much as they're a huge track, sometimes a big track for an artist, it can be like a weight round your neck, because you put this pressure on yourself.
Yeah.
I need to do something as big as that, or something better, or something new.
Yeah.
But then I think with the passage of time, you just kind of look back and you can go, that was fucking great. And then you get to yourself ready to go, I'm ready again, man. And like you've arrived there with the 30 album, you know, and the freedom of just doing what you want to do, no pressure.
That has been it. That has been it. And because, you know, I didn't really sort of announce that I was doing an album. You know, like I said, I've been sending you tracks and here and there and there. But yeah, just, I'm not just saying it. I'm so proud, honestly, and of our track as well. And, you know, I got to the stage where I think I've done about 12 tracks. And we went to some friends of ours and we said, oh, you know, we'll play me. And we played them all back to back. And that's the first time that I got goosebumps thinking, and I'm not just saying that, I hate blowing my own trumpet, but I'm going to blow my own trumpet. No, but honestly, every single track, and I'm not shitting you, every single track, there are no fillers. There's no, skip that one. Every track is in its own right style, you know, is bang on, you know. So,
I mean, imagine Ian, if you had a time machine and you could go back to the early 90s and put this album out, you know, it would fit right in, but also it would be just fucking, it would be fucking massive. You know, it's like you've took the essence of the rave, and, you know, you've took your full journey, you know, 30 years, obviously, and put it into this album, but staying true to your rave roots. And I just think it's an amazing thing, you know. And I think 80 have a 30-year fucking career to look back on and celebrate, without even fucking releasing a tune. That's something else. But then to celebrate it with a fucking album worth of fucking bangers, that's fucking a tip of the hat to you, son.
Oh no, honestly, mate, cheers. And it's given me the hunger again, because, like we've discussed, we ain't going to just do this one track, mate. We've had the lockdown hanging over us, and we've said, you know, like, obviously you've got your Kickstarter, I've got mine. We've already talked about doing other stuff, and I think we've kind of said, let's get both the Kickstarters out of the way, but we're definitely going to do some stuff together, mate, because that was, I wish I lived closer, though. I wish I lived, honestly, man, I'd be around yours bugging the shit out of you every day.
That'd be great, man.
Hiding under the curtain. Fuck, he's here again.
Through the letterbox, kickaboo.
But yeah, because it was so much fun, mate. It was so much fun, and like, you know, once the album's out, I just want to do more stuff with yourself. I want to do remixes of tracks off it and our stuff, and it's just give me a whole. Yeah, it's just give me. Sometimes you have to. I think I've always been a believer of, you do things when the time's right, and maybe the universe aligns, and maybe it just wasn't the time before. But now I'm almost like, this is me. This is what I do. There's a whole audience for it who are still into that stuff, and younger people as well. We were discussing this the other day about. I'm pretty sure I've seen stuff of people at the 1994 young crowd coming through and that.
I mean, I think that's what's great about where we're at now with rave music. I mean, you could go back. You know, you've got to love music just the way I have. You know, like Northern Soul, and how, you know, still it's still there. There's still, you know, a huge following for that, young and old. You know, that kind of was like a precursor of rave, really, kind of thing, innit? And then you cut to rave. Everybody who was there for first time round has got, you know, maybe young family, friends, and they're bringing them along. And then everybody who missed it, but's read all about it, seen videos about it, heard the music, but missed it, they're now getting a chance to get back and experience it. And if you go to the right events, you know yourself, the energy is, you know, it's the closest thing. At a really good old school party, it's the same energy, you know, and it's frightening how all the tracks they hold so many memories for everybody. And when they're played now, it's 30 years of fucking what that person's been through, and they're celebrating on the dance floor, you know. But this time, bizarrely, they've maybe got their daughter with them or a best friend, because maybe they've lost their raving partner who would have been there, but they're really with their kid, or, you know, it's a weird thing, but it's just a great celebration of the music and what we've all been through. I'm kind of waffling on a wee bit, but it really does get me, you know.
I think, well, two things actually that were going through my mind while you were saying all that. Number one, I think the biggest triggers of memories are smell. Going back to smell again.
Yeah.
Action, man.
Excuse me.
And music, isn't it? When you hear a tune, it just takes you straight back, and that's why you get the goosies and all the rest of it. And you know, I'm into my history. The other thing I was thinking about, you know, I'm really into my history. So we went to Stonehenge a few years ago, not naked, obviously, but we were there. And if anybody's been to Stonehenge, you get dropped off at a visitor centre and you can have a look around. And then there's a little wee bus that goes up, like, I don't know, half a mile to the actual Stonehenge. So it was a beautiful summer's day. So I said, no, let's walk. So we actually walked, and then you hike across like these fields, and there's like burial mounds all the way there. And I'm not joking. There was just this feeling. But what struck me when I got there, I know the history of Stonehenge, and they used to have, like, you know, big congregations that used to, even back then, come as far as France, and they all used to feast and all that. And I honestly think that's in our DNA as human beings, of getting together, getting smashed, having a laugh, no, seriously, music, just, you know. And I think, like you said, there's just something deep inside us. I know it's a bit deep for me, but I do honestly think that's where it comes from. It's that connection, innit?
100% agree with you. It's just that tribal yearning to fucking dance around a campfire, innit? Or whatever it is, to a drum. You know, fucking, I'm laughing because you were saying smells. The first time I seen Dream Frequency live was at Resurrection. I don't know what Resurrection, I told you a story.
Yeah, brilliant.
And I'm fucking standing watching with my big mate, and I was just going, fuck it. That is amazing. It was like the full UV show and all that, and the tunes were fucking smashing out. And I'm just in awe watching you doing your thing and all that. It's fucking amazing. Some ravers kind of went by me and just went, fuck you, right in my face with two white gloves full of Vicks, right? But the fucking guy stuck it in my eye, and the Vicks went in my eye, and I was like, fuck. And then I was thinking, I was like, ah! And my mate's like, what's up? And I was like, he's fucking blinded me. Somebody's blinded me. I'm like fucking swinging out, you know, so much for peace and love. I'm just fucking swinging out, trying to get some guy. And my mate's saying, it's all right, it's just Vicks, it's Vicks. The guy was just trying to, you know, like fucking give you a smell of his Vicks. Oh. And that was during your set. Well, you're up fucking giving it a large. And I'm fucking...
So every time you smell Vicks now, it's just like, Dream Frequency. The horror.
Feels so real, and I smell of Vicks, and I get the twitch like the guy at the Pink Panther, you know, the close all.
Oh, mate. Well, I remember that I've told you this as well. The first time I saw you guys, we were playing Resurrection. Would I be right in saying that was the first time you played Resurrection?
I think that was our very first Resurrection. Was that the Circle Stage one?
No. Was it not the outdoor one, this?
I don't know. My mind gets kind of blurry to what's and where's.
I'm wondering if it was the outdoor one. You know, the one that they had at the Highland Centre, but they had it outdoor, and I think they had
Event 2 or something like that. The Event 2.
I don't know. They had some sound problems because the bloody guys with you know, like the peak meters, they were like turning everybody down, and yeah, I think the Prodigy walked off.
That's right. Yeah, the environmental health guys, weren't it? They used to come in. Turn it down.
Yeah, I saw on some forums that people giving the Prodigy pelters for that, but I know why they walked off, because they were just like, we can't perform like this. It was literally like, yeah, all right, lads, nice one. Yeah. I remember you guys. So anyway, I finished my set, and I think that would have been around 1994. And for Dream Frequency, this is again, you look back, and I always felt a bit like around that period, I just felt a bit lost musically. I always felt like house was kind of coming through, and I was trying to steer Dream Frequency a little bit housey with Good Times and tracks like that. And there was a couple of PA tracks that were quite. And I always remember some comment in a mag saying, "Oh, Dream Frequency have really mellowed," and I was like, "Ooh." It was like, you know, like you do. Ooh. But I remember you guys come on. I mean, we did all right, but you guys came on, and I do remember just thinking, who the fucking hell are these fucking boys? You are.
These pesky young kids see.
My yard. Yeah, and I just thought, oh, whoa, check these out. And you absolutely smashed it. And you know, it was one of them moments, mate. Like, probably when you said you saw me, it was one of them, like, eye-opening. Oh, whoa, yeah, check these out. And, you know, when you're thinking, just wow, mate, you smashed it. And I remember you had the bubble hat on. I'm pretty sure you had the white bubble. I was like, check these boys out. Get a bit.
That's mad.
Yeah. No, honestly, it was brilliant. It was brilliant. And then probably the next time I saw you after that was probably Kelly's, the Battle of the Bands.
Yeah. How mad. How I always talk about that gig as in one of the hottest, if not the hottest gig I've ever fucking played in my life.
Yeah.
You know, as in for the fucking... Can you remember the heat in that place that night?
It was honestly... My eyebrows freckles were falling, slipping down, and everything. It was just crazy. How many were locked outside as well?
Yeah, well, Kelly's. I don't know. I think it was like a good few thousand inside, and just as many outside. And then remember, they actually kicked a hole in the roof, and they were all pouring in for the fucking roof into the dancing. And I was just thinking, you know, it still is always amazing to play in Ireland, as you know.
Yeah.
But this was just fucking taking it a whole new level, and the fucking heat soaked to the bone like instantly, and then you're also doing your gig, but the energy never dropped. It was just fucking, you know, me, you, and X-Ray have spoken about this night, you know. But every time somebody ever says, "What about like what's been your like maddest?" That's one of the first one that comes into my head.
Yeah,
or just total insanity.
I remember being back. So you must have come on. You must have played after us. I'm pretty sure you did, because I remember being backstage, recovering. Literally, like you say, you were
just like fucking.
You were literally going like it was just ringing, wasn't it? It was ringing, and our dancers were coming off like. Like. And I remember. It's a hazy memory now, mate, but I think it might have even been Roger. Bizarre as it sounds, one of your crew came running off, ran right round, just went, shut up, and I'm going like, all right, mate, you're right. And he just went, aye. And then just like ran back upstairs. And I'm pretty sure it could have been Roger, but I might be wrong.
No, I think that was one of our dancers, Billy. He was like fucking renowned for that, you know. Like he would just like mad on the laggers and all that, and then mid set he'd run away, and you knew he was away puking.
Yeah. But the weird thing is, and it wasn't any sort of, you know, poor faceness or anything, but we didn't really interact or chat or I don't even know if
it was just a kind of like, all right, how you doing?
Yeah, it was just a bump into each other in like. It wasn't like a all right, lads. But it just, again, it wasn't out of any sort of like standoff. It was just, it's just the way it was. And they'd build it up. They'd sort of built it up into this Battle of the Bands. And I know that you never thought like that. I never thought like that. You know what I mean? They just built it up as a bit of a battle. But there was never any fucking I hate ultrasonic. Never any of that shit going on.
But then cut to, remember we did the was it a 30-year reunion of the Battle of the Bands? Just recently. Yeah. And I said to you, I was like, mate, I'm not really comfortable with this Battle of the Bands fucking title. And you were like, mate, fuck it. It's not, just fucking let them go ahead. We'll call it whatever they want.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right. But you know, I was just like, I get it, you know, Battle of the Bands. It's just more like a catchy title than anything else. It's not like we're fucking... And I was just like, how do you feel about this? And you were just like, fuck, just get on with it, man. It's not a big deal. And I was thinking, all right, fuck it, okay. But that was a great night as well, wasn't it, when we done it?
Oh, that was brilliant.
A couple of years ago.
That was brilliant.
Was it last year?
Was it last year or was it the year before? Oh, this is when you're getting old, when you're going like, what's my
that was another good night, innit? Just, again, getting a chance to play all the old songs. And again, I keep going back to it, but it's like the night was steeped in history. And then we're all back again, celebrating it with loads of people who were there first time round. And they've brought in like the younger crew, family, you know, people who missed it first time round.
Yeah.
Just the excitement and, you know, and again, without dissecting the lyrics and all the rave lyrics that on paper just don't mean anything.
Yeah.
In that context of a fucking rave, it means everything, you know? Yeah. And it's just fucking, it's just fucking great to be a part of that again, innit? And just celebrate it.
Mate, I say it to you all the time, but I was stood behind you when you were playing your set the last time at Kelly's. I thought, I love watching you bounce around. I love watching. I've never seen out like it. Fucking just bouncing up and down like a madman. Yeah. Brilliant. Well, when we did the little promo for the album, like Charlotte, it took her ages to do this, syncing it all up. But obviously we got some footage of yourself with our track, jumping up and down in time to the music. I'm laughing my head off. We were looking at your footage, going, how fucking high does he jump, man?
Like, years of practice, man. That was when, you know, again, you'd done the track, and it wasn't until you sent me the wee clip that Charlotte had edited together. I was like, fucking hell, man.
Yeah. You
know, just all it came together. And, you know, that was you going, right, I'm going to share it with people and everything. And I was like, fucking hell. And I started getting really excited about it.
Yeah.
And I've let two of my friends who are kind of trust their ears. It was maybe just after that, I was like, what do you think of this? And they were just like, fucking hell, man. That's unbelievable. And the bizarre thing about it is, that freaks me out, is it's kind of like, it is very much a new track, but it's a new old school track.
Yeah.
You know, if it could equally be released back then as it could be right now.
Yeah.
And
I'm already, me internal monologue's already feeling pressured to follow that up. If we do the next one, I'm like, shit, what are we going to do? How are we going to top that?
I think, though, man. I mean, when we were, that again, talking about the recording sessions, I think the Bathies kept each other on track, because we kind of knew what we wanted to do. And if, you know, if I was maybe going, let's keep it, you know, too raw, you were kind of going, yeah, but we still need to. And then if you were maybe trying to polish things too much and I was then pulling you back, we got a really good balance of where the track needed to be, you know?
Because you definitely said to me, I remember saying, you know, you obviously about the pianos and the strings, do what you do for Dream Frequency. And I was the same to you, because you were saying, well, I think you might have asked Early Doors, like, well, what do you want? And I'm like, mate, I want that ultrasonic, and you delivered it, mate. Honestly, you delivered it.
I think as well, I brought it here as well. That was the first time that I used that wee bad boy.
Yes.
Remember, because we were talking about, and again, if nobody knows the history of the 303s, you know, so linked with dance music, but Behringer released a £129 version of one. And that was the first track that, you know, I've used it in, and it just sounds like a fucking real 303, isn't it? And it's, I know you've got the yellow one as well.
Hold on a minute there, sir.
Yeah, pull it out, boy.
Pull it out, son. Pull it out. Here we go. Yeah, so I was waiting for this version. So I was all interested in that. Anyway, so that sort of, I think that might have spun us off for an hour. I remember, because we were trying to get it bloody working, and then it was some setting to do with the synth tool that you couldn't. Yeah, we had about an hour of faffing around, but in the end we got it and we just recorded it all in.
Yeah.
So that was like a journey.
It was great to just like fucking have that. But again, it just sounded like a real 303, and I didn't need to bring down something that, you know, I packed away my real one, and these wee boxes are just brilliant. But using things like that, us digging deep, getting out the old rave samples, and I know there are people who, you know, we spoke about this before, who have released sort of rave records, you know, harking back to those days, Billy Bunter and Damon from fucking... Help me out here, man.
The Exorcist.
No, it's...
Not The Exorcist, what's it called? The Omen.
Aye, Damien.
Sorry, man. I can't even get my films right.
But aye. So, you know, when he's no slaughtering virgins, he's writing old school music. But, you know, there's been artists who have, you know, celebrating old school music. But I genuinely think with your album coming out and the Ultrasonic album coming out and all the work everybody's been doing promoting old school events,
yeah,
I just feel like there's going to be some big old school explosion again. Although it's never been away, it's just like with tracks like these and coming out of lockdown, and it just seems to be the stars have aligned. I don't want to get carried away with myself. Sometimes the tracks that you're most excited about do fuck all, but there's a certain fucking energy about everything that's happening right now that's really exciting me, and
absolutely.
Obviously,
mate, absolutely. I mean, there's a night, you played it, you know, and I'm like, we're lucky to be playing this Ballers reunion, and I'm sure you'll be playing on the next one. I'm no doubt, like, but they'd set up this group, and then there was like 6,000 members or something in about 3 weeks, or 4 weeks, and they're putting a night on, and they've sold 2,000 tickets already. So obviously after lockdown, oh man, there's going to be such a clamour. And then obviously with your 1994, we've already said, you know, like, you know, at some stage, listen, mate, I'm totally up for it. We need to PA this track, mate. We need to.
Oh yeah, man.
I just
how good would that be? You know what I mean? Dream Frequency, Ultrasonic, Ultra Frequency, or whatever.
Oh mate,
it's going to be magical, man. You know, like, how about this for an idea? You know, do you not think after lockdown, when we all get back out and we're all raving, your first raves, your first events, it's almost going to be like the third summer of love, as in everybody celebrating being together. Fucking, we got by that fucking mad, crazy spell there. It's going to be fucking magical. You know, it's going to be emotional for ravers, club owners, bar staff, DJs, artists. Everybody's going to be so grateful to be out doing it again with people. Not just about getting money and paying the bills and all that, but just fucking celebrating and partying with people again. It's going to be fucking unbelievable.
I know. I mean, fingers crossed that we seem to be coming out of the lockdown and all the rest of it. Like I say, everybody, it's such a weird time for us in our industry because, like I say, I'm looking around, and as much as the government legislation saying do one thing, I think people are just cracking on. But you don't know what to. I'm lost. I'm lost with it, mate. I really am.
I'm kind of 50-50. But I mean, we'll not bog this chat down with it. You know, it's all about here talking about.
Yeah. But that first event is going to be off the scale, mate.
I think a lot of people will learn a lot about themselves, and so many good things is going to come out of this lockdown. Even though it's been fucking devastating, I think we can only all just focus on the positives, you know, and to get to the other side of it and then be out and raving or, you know, whatever it is you want to be doing. I think you're going to appreciate it a lot more, maybe, is what I'm trying to say.
No, absolutely. I mean, we in amongst our long chats that we have, like when we speak to each other, we do get on that kind of headspace tip as well, don't we? This sort of, not spiritual side, but I've said to you, and you know, my take on everything is, excuse me, you can only control yourself. Do you know what I mean? All the shit, whatever it is that's going in the world, everything's got to start with yourself. And if you could just be, you know, get your own house in order and then just feel happy within yourself and then just let that manifest through everybody else and just be nice and fucking, that's what the world needs at the moment. And raves. Love raves.
I love rave, me.
I love rave, me. I love rave. I love rave.
But I mean, that we do, and that's a fucking passion, and that's never going to leave you. I don't know. And there's so many people with the fucking clothes they wear, the haircuts they've got, the music they listen to. It's in their fucking DNA, and it's going nowhere. Yeah. You know, that's just how it is. And it's brilliant that you're at a place where you are celebrating 30 years of Dream. I mean, could you even, when you started making the music, you never even knew what was happening next month, next week? Never mind 30 years.
Well, I mean, even in the early 90s, we used to, every New Year's Eve, we always used to say as a crew, I wonder if we'll still be going next year. That was how it was. I wonder if we'll still be going next year. What will we be doing this time next year? And then who'd have thought 30 years? Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. Yeah. And, you know, like I say, for me personally, I've done other stuff like, you know, my Dancing Divas stuff, Quake, the trance, and obviously my studio and my Blandy stuff. But Dream Frequency has always been there in the background, you know, and it's same with you with Ultrasonic. You did the Public Domain and all the rest, but Ultrasonic, man, that's your baby, really. And it's same with my, you know.
I just like you, it's always there, and when the time's right, that's when you know you're going to, you know, I totally understand where you were at, and you're saying you never felt ready to visit it until you started working on that album.
Yeah.
Because you know yourself, you have to want to do it. Now it's never something that you can exploit just to get a quick buck or whatever. You know, even in doing the gigs, you know, we spoke about that. It's about picking the right gigs to go and play, because it's a lot more than just fucking, I could get that, I'll get my money and up the road. It's about enjoying the night, catching up with old friends, you know, working with guys that you want to be around, because you don't need to be sat in a fucking room with your ear getting chewed off with some person that you just, they're toxic, man. You know, you just want to be making it a night out like it used to be.
Yeah.
You know,
it's just going back to what you said early doors in this chat, like about, you've not felt like making music because of external things going around. I try and explain this to people, you know, like, obviously we're lucky that we do this for a living, you know, but like the upside and downside of it, sometimes I try and explain that if you're not in the right headspace, it's hard to make music. Whereas if you've got, like, you know, you've got a 9-to-5 job like a bricklayer or whatever, the only things that are stopping you doing that job, even if you feel pissed off, are these hands, and they ain't going to stop you doing your physical job. But to do music, you're going to write a really good track when some shit's happened. On the flip side of that, sometimes if you dig in and do that and get locked into the vibe, it's great, isn't it? Because that is your escapism. And oh, mate, that's helped me so many times. All the shit that's gone on in our lives, you know, up and down, like we all have. Yeah. It's just a total escape, isn't it? Yeah. But it is hard. It is hard.
You're a machine, man. You know, I've got a lot of respect for you because I know how hard you work. And also when you're working with other people, you know, again, it's on your shoulders, isn't it? You know, if somebody's coming to you to polish a track or to write a track with you, you have to be, you know, every member of the band, you know, that you're the fucking drummer, the producer, the keyboard player, you're everything in one box, and you've got to deliver this product to your friend, your client, or whatever. So there's a lot of pressure there, you know, but it's something that you seem to cherish and fucking really enjoy. And, you know, I'm sure you get days that are harder than others, but
oh, mate, yeah,
you're constantly working away, grafting, man.
I mean, I always like to flip things, you know, like, and especially later on as I've got older, you know, like I realised I think I am a glass half full, actually, because I, you know, like some days I'll get up and I'm knackered and I think, oh, I've got a session for blah, blah, blah. And like you say, I've got to be on point, you know, because, you know, they're paying me money to make a track. But what it makes me realise is, like, I must have been a proper lazy bastard in Dream Frequency, because there's days when I thought, if I'd have been working on my own, I might have gone, oh, I can't be arsed. you know, back in the days, you know, like I thought, I can't be arsed. But then when I've actually, obviously I've had to, and I've stepped up and we've come out of it and I've gone, oh man, we've just wrote and I've not said it, an amazing track. If I'd have been on my own and I've had that, my point is, it just shows that if you push on through, you know, you can do it. But I just compete with myself, mate. Honestly, I'm totally obsessed with making music. It's like OCD, you know, I'm never going to stop making music. Even if I retire, I'm never going to stop making music. And I just compete with myself. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's just, maybe it's a lot of people do that as well in other professions. I don't know about yourself. Do you ever do that where you're making it, I'm almost making it for like, see where it goes, you know what I mean? That constant artist struggle in it in your head.
I think you're your own worst critic in it. You're constantly trying to impress yourself.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, I mean, that's obviously you get your best results, but equally, you know, I'm sure you're the exact same. I don't know how many great riffs, piano lines, hook lines, you know, whatever, that you've probably discarded because you said, nah, it's no good enough.
Yeah.
But if you'd have let anybody else hear them, they'd be like, fucking hell, man, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
You know, sometimes you need to be a bit ruthless and just kind of detach yourself to get the job fucking done, innit?
Yeah. Do you know what? I think a lot.
Keep the quality there, you know?
Absolutely. And I think a lot of it is, you know, it's this old thing about keeping it real. And it's like with the album, I do honestly feel like, you know, I've kept it real. It's one of the, I didn't say, you know, like, oh, we've all suffered from this where you're making sort of like, oh yeah, that certain bit of acid house is in, or that certain thing. So you kind of follow that. This was so much fun in the reason of it was for real. It wasn't like I was sat down and going, I need to make a track like Matey Boys because that's big at the moment. This was absolutely, and now when I look back, that's why I feel so much joy about it and pride, because it's first thing I've done for years. Now, I'm not saying I can't write a track that is on the tip of what's trendy and it's as good as whatever, but that sense of being real.
Yeah.
You know, I know it's an old...
It's an artist album. Yeah. It's an artist album.
Yeah. And it's the same with you. Like I loved your, you know, the Acid album. Like, you came here to mix some of the tracks down and that. And I was buzzing on that for you because I just thought, yeah, he's just done that because he wanted to do that. That is for real. You know what I mean? No preconception.
I mean, I think you the freedom that you felt just writing music, you had your Dream Frequency hat on and you were in the fucking zone. No writing music for anybody else other than yourself.
Yeah.
In that fucking Dream Frequency state of mind kind of thing. And that's when you get your best results. And you've got it with this album. With the Acid album that I done, I just wanted to write the music that I felt that I would have done back in the day if I had all the right tools, you know. And it's kind of like a celebration of 30 years at Acid House. And I just thought, I don't even care. You know, it sounds like a total wanky thing to say. I don't even care if people like it or not. It's what I want to do. And as selfish and as arsey as it sounds, if you're not doing it for yourself and enjoying it, you're kind of not really doing the right. It's one of them ones.
No. I say this myself, mate. You know, like I say this in the studio. If you're not buzzing about, and this goes back to my mentor, Nick Hawkes, you know, who if anybody wants to look him up, he's the guy who signed me.
He's done nothing. He's nothing. He's a bum. He's done nothing. He's a bum.
The guy's a bum. Yeah. So he signed this little band called The Prodigy and things like that.
And where are they now? What are they doing?
Come on, Nick, sort your shit out.
Yeah, I know, fucking sitting about.
But he'd always give me pearls of wisdom, and he still does. And, you know, and he is all about, you know, if you're not excited about it, how is anybody else going to be excited about it? So you've got to be getting that, them goosies at you, really.
Again, you know, the ultrasonic Dream Frequency mashup that we've done, the both of us kept each other in check, you know, like, you know, you were saying, you know, get the ravey bits and the MC bits, and I was saying, no, listen, let's get the fucking Dream Frequency pianos and strings in, and then you'll see the big vocals. And we were bouncing all these ideas and try to get the best out of each other, just so as we delivered exactly. You know, anybody who's not heard the track and just think of the two bands' names, they can hear the track in their head already.
Yeah.
And then when they do hear the finished track, it's fucking totally delivering. It's nobody going, nah. See, if they'd have done this, it'd have been so much. You know, it's just like fucking check. There it is, man, isn't it? It's like fucking get. And I can't wait to hear that in a big system. You know, I really can't. The amount of people that have been asking me, "Well, send us a copy," and I'm just like, listen, this is Ian's baby. You want a copy? You need to get the album. You need to get behind Kickstarter to make sure you've got this in vinyl. You know, and then come out of lockdown playing it. Fucking hell, man. You would fucking go. But then again, check this out. You have got what? Many album tracks have you wrote?
There's about, well, I've remixed Take Me and Feel Surreal. Well, 17 brand new tracks on there.
So even your next live show, you know, I know you've been doing loads of work to fucking really pick the live show up, but then you've got all these amazing tracks to fucking play in a live set.
Yeah.
That in itself's giving you so much fucking energy and excitement, you know, to blast all these. It's just fucking... I'm super excited for you, man.
No, honestly, I mean, the lockdowns really kicked us in the nuts. But again, glass half full, it might be good because everybody's took a bit of a breath, and it's got me time to actually concentrate on getting the album out and all the rest of it. So, I mean, the weird thing is, I think people think when the next bookers for a live PA that we're just going to do... You mentioned, like, new album, and I think some promoters... he's fucking going to go, like... Jazz. This is my jazz fucking. It's on my jazz phase. You know what I mean? It's like, no, seriously, we're gonna do all the fucking bangers. But here's some more bangers. Bangier than the ones that we had, or as good. So yeah. Any promoters out there who are thinking, just play your old school stuff. Of course I will. But yeah, I'm hoping by the time that the gigs really kick off, you know, we're all out of lockdown. The album's done its stuff, and then you know. But yeah, imagine listening to our track. Oh mate, me behind the keyboard, son. You up front. Ooh.
I'll be making. I mean, but here's the thing as well. All the stuff that you've been writing sits equally. You know, if you had a time machine, it would sit in a Dream Frequency set back then, and it's still fucking, you know, still stays true to its rave roots, and you can fit it in right now. And it's just fucking, again, you know, like the stuff that I've heard, it's cleverly old school sounding, but still relevant and modern now, you know? And that's a fucking weird, it's almost like you've managed to bring together two things that doesn't make it, you know, like old school and new school, but it works. It's as equally pays homage to the past as it does the present sort of thing, you know?
It's a weird one. I mean, like, obviously, you know, I produce for a lot of people, and like one of the guys I produced for, K69, Kev, and a lot of his stuff is like sort of rave, but like for the now. And bizarrely, I think a lot of that, of me producing for him, has given me that, you know, that sort of blueprint, if you will, for my album as well. You know what I mean? So it's that when the time's right, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's even a couple of drum and bass tracks on there which I don't know if they might be like, I'm not so sure about that, but they really complement, you know, like the vocal drum and bass. And you know, if I dare say, you could hear any of them on daytime Radio 1. You know, it's a bold statement, but I wouldn't say it if I didn't think it. And so it complements. And then the last track on the album I've called Look Up and Wonder, and it's going to be on the next, you know, the preview. And I just need to find it's the last bit of the jigsaw, and I need to find this vocal for the top of it. I was going to try and clear this other sample, but it's going to be too problematic. But then that is just a proper chilled out, arpeggiated electronica track. I just wanted to do that for the last track where you've listened to all these bangers and drum bass and all that, and then you just think, I always think you come back from a rave and you're just like, oh wow, man, and then just listen to that, and it is musically, I'm so chuffed with that. So
wicked, man. That's you just fucking flexing your muscles as an artist, you know, and I think it takes a lot of balls to do that. Because I think if a lot of people, I would say, if over 90% of artists, if you really ask them, I don't think they actually stay true and do what they want to do. I think they buckle to pressures or what they think other people expect them to do or what they think they should do, as opposed to doing what they want to do.
I think
that's how you need to celebrate what you've done, because you've done what you want to do.
Yeah, I think I probably sat in between, you know, because I do realise I've got to give people who expect Dream Frequency, we Ultrasonic, we've got to, you know, we can't just go in the studio together and go, this is Ultra Frequency. You know what I mean? You can't. What are these guys on? But yeah. So yeah, there is some of that, but then it is an album, so I want it to be a little bit something different. Some tracks that grow on you know what I mean? But having said that, they're all fucking bangers. Trust me, they are all bangers. But yeah, I've just had so much fun doing it, mate. And like I say, it's we all suffer from that, where you're bowing to pressure and making, especially house music, where you're thinking, oh, this is in at the moment. I've got to make a track like that. And this was completely, it was so liberating, mate. Just to go, fucking tell you what, you lot crack on with that. You be cool and do all whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah. I'm
just doing this now. This is what I'm concentrated on. I'm doing this. It's liberating, mate. And it's made me realise as well and we're so lucky, and it for yourself is, you know, it's not the style over substance. Like, we were there, man. We were there. We, you know, all us raving.
Can you hear that phone of mine? Is it cutting through?
Yeah, get it in a track.
Line 2 has been off the hook this morning. I'm getting BT phone calls for Amazon. It's obviously one of the phishing calls, you know.
All right.
Fucking hold on.
It's a t-shirt order, really. That's what he's really saying. It's a t-shirt. Oh, he's back.
Don't want anything. Fuck off. Sorry, mate. You were in full stride there, and I fucking.
All right, mate. I was just talking about you. What you'll see what I said when you leave. When you watch about your life.
He's a wanker. Sorry, man.
Oh, fucking hell! Don't worry, mate. It's life, isn't it?
Yeah. No, you were saying something about sending me a couple of £1,000 via PayPal.
That's the one. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So please continue.
Oh, mate. But yeah.
Oh, sorry, where about you there?
It's been totally liberating, you know. It's just been totally liberating to do this, and you know, whatever happens. I mean, like, I keep saying this, and I'm not saying this as like, oh yeah, you know, because you never know. But hopefully, I mean, listen, we're on the home stretch with the Kickstarter. We've got 30 days left or thereabouts, so I'm hoping that we can get that across the line, because yeah, I just want to hold that package in my hand.
Tell us about the booklet thing. I've seen you and Charlotte's working on that. That seems pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, so I mean, we've got a few ideas actually, but the main thing on the Kickstarter, we wanted to do a booklet. Like, I mean, sure, I've got to give big credit to my missus, because you know, I am so shit. Even with my social media posts, I'm a bit like, I would have been, here's my album.
Buy it.
Buy it. It's good.
It's right good.
Yeah, and I don't mean that in any bad way. It's just like, yeah, you know, sometimes when I talk to people, I can talk for England and connect with anybody, but then sometimes online I'm a bit like, bleh. That's it. But yeah, so she said about this booklet, and I was fishing through all my sort of, you know, boxes of Dream Frequency stuff, and there's so many unseen pictures. And also what I need to do, and I'm going to get on this, is I've got I'll shit you not, a box like that of videos.
Wow.
Not them kind of videos. Dream Frequency video. Well, yeah, them kind of videos and Dream Frequency videos, right? And I need to get all them. I mean, I know Paul DV, he's got some amazing footage.
Yeah.
Who don't know, Paul, he's like back in the day and still now, isn't he? He does your event in 1994 as well.
He's a dream capturer. He's filmed us about the full of the fucking rave scene up here in Scotland. And I just think if it wasn't for Paul, a lot of us would probably have forgot about all these amazing nights, and he's captured them forever. You know, he's got the fucking our memories there in celluloid or whatever it is.
And what does he capture? What does he capture? The vibe.
The vibe. He's fucking some guy here, Paul. He's mad as a brush, but that madness has helped him capture.
Oh, he's a legend, man. He's a legend. But so I need to get them on. But the booklet, he's going to be a proper bespoke. You know, I mean, we've even got stuff like mad stuff like tour booklets from Australia and just the actual, meet on the bus. I know it sounds train spotty, but just all sort of behind the scenes stuff like that. We're just going to properly design it, put it in a book, so it's literally going to be a collector's item.
Oh, wicked, man.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures there. Was that a 2-inch tape or something you found as well?
Yeah, I need to frame them. So they was like, I just did a post on Facebook the other day, well, today actually, which is going to be obviously a few days ago because this is going out a few days after this.
But we're in the future.
Yeah, in the future. But the story of that is when I met Debbie, and that's another story, but when I met Debbie and I phoned her up and I said, do you want to sing on these tracks? Or, I got a bit of an advance for the album. I'd packed in British Aerospace. So I was like, proper, shit, I need to deliver this album to get the rest of the album advance to live, to where's it all going? It was a bit of a gamble. And then she came up and she sang these songs, which at the time, I don't know, do you ever go in a studio with Ampex tape where he's like, yeah. So for all you young'uns and people who don't know studios, now you could take a laptop onto a mountain and make a track.
Fucking yeah.
It was back then, wasn't it? It was like you had to sync stuff up, you had to record it all onto tape, and then we'll do Mal's voice, right? And then the tape
dropping in and all that kind of pattern, man. It's mental.
Yeah, it was crazy. So these are the tapes. These are the not the 2-inch that were recorded. They bounced them all down to a 1/2-inch tape, and then that went off to be mastered. So these are these tapes that I found, and 4 of the tracks on there. I think I'd wrote 4 tracks that got the knockback, so I was like even more shit in it. But out of the 4 tracks, there was lines that made Take Me and Feel Surreal. So yeah, there's a bit of a history there. But yeah, I want to spray them or something. Yeah, because people look at them like there's some fucking mad science experiment or something. It's mad.
Yeah. For me back then, that was like part of the magic of going into a real studio. It was like the huge desk.
The smell of the
this ones that I used was like a basement studio, which never smelled the best because it was kind of that damp, fucking musky smell. But I just remember the big desks and, the guy who we recorded our first single, it was called Obsession, where it was the first time we used a vocalist, and we recorded that on tape. Wow. And I'm still friends with Andy Haldane, who was the guy who ran the studio. And just being able to be in that environment, I felt like, fucking hell, this is real. Because you were writing it in the house. At the time I was writing it in my bedroom, in my house. You'd take all your stuff down, you'd load up your car, you then drive to the studio, build all your shit up again, try to get the track running and sounding like you did, and then record it live, and then fucking record the vocals as well. It was just like, although it's like it's a serious bit of work, but then you just loved every second of that because it was like you built the spaceship and you were fucking in flying. It was just amazing, man.
Yeah.
And when you see old footage, like pictures of your tape and all that, it just conjures up so many amazing memories, doesn't it? And that's what that booklet's going to do. You're just going to be like, even you try to find it and compile it, you'll just be like your mind will be getting pulled all over the place to all these amazing fucking memories, man.
Honestly, mate, we've had the boxes out and there's flyers coming up There's even flyers I found that when we played the tunnel, when I told you the infamous story of like walking through Proud as, and before, this is before Debbie Short, Proud as Punch with me keyboard, Dream Frequency. And then I heard some Scottish lassie going to a mate, who's that? That's Dream Frequency. You're fucking shite. My chest has just gone. Fucking
that's what you should have just took the keyboard case and fucked it right into her shin.
She was probably right though at the time. No, we were cutting our teeth, but yeah, that kind of, mate, you know, in Glasgow, listen, I've been fortunate, you have, but they'd let you know if you were shy, put it that way. But then, I mean, if you're good, you see how people get behind you when they're enjoying themselves. It's not a nice place to be when they don't like you, and like fucking. Can you imagine the hate that you get? Shit. I've seen it happen a few times where I've turned on a band or a DJ, and it's fucking horrible, man. I remember it. I'm not going to name the band, but he's not like one of our lot that we all know. But I remember it. Earthquaker, and they were playing. I think we were on after them, or we'd just been on, and. They started sort of, I don't know what, but the crowd just weren't feeling what they were playing, and then he started giving the crowd a bit. Mate, they got proper pelted. Proper, boo, fuck off, you cunts. They were proper. I said, you mad bastards. What? Fucking good luck with that one.
Do you know what's mad? Again, we could probably fucking talk all day, but when you think about, I remember you posted a picture, you were at, was it Joy or something, some open air rave, and it was you with your long hair and all that, and the picture was fucking amazing, the video clips. So you were like getting in about it as a young raver.
Oh yeah.
Right, so then obviously from that, like many other people, you're inspired to be a DJ or a band or a promoter, all that anything's possible attitudes come out of rave. Then you started travelling with your music, the rave waves came up and hit Scotland. And I was talking to my friend about this the other day there. In Ayrshire in Scotland, which is really rural, the amount of massive all-night raves like Earthquaker, Thunderdome, all these mad raves that were held in farmers' fields. Sometimes there'd be like 3 all-nighters in one weekend, and I'm sure that was the same all over the UK. What makes me laugh is the amount of fucking happy cows that were jumping about that field a week later that maybe like snuffled up a bag of ease or a bag of weed. Just fucking galloping through the fields, squirting milk out for the farmer, just loving life, man. Just because, rave music, helped them produce some fantastic milk. It was a great year for that,
The farmer's wife on the milk like the next day. Oh, mate.
Mate, like that. Bathing in it.
That clip that you're on about, I mean, that I'll try and fish that clip out, but it was the first illegal outdoor rave that I'd ever been to, and it was just, I mean, I can't describe that moment of, we saw the searchlights and we tracked this rave down. We didn't know where it was, and we thought it's there. Parked the car up, ran to the top of this hill, and just looked down, and it was just like, oh my God, and just legged it down. And then and that was in the morning. I was just dancing, and I remember somebody filming me. And then I think at the time I thought, fucking hell, I hope that's not like the local team.
Yes.
Granada Reports or something. I mean, listen, I wasn't on anything at all. I genuinely wasn't. But and then it surfaced fucking nearly 28 years later, and it was like a stolen moment in time. It was just, I was like, no way.
Wow. It's just fucking amazing, man. It's like, again, like you're saying, just this fucking snapshot in time. It just even you were in it, must have blew you away. Because even me watching it, I was like, wow, that just fucking, it just summed up that era. It's fucking great to watch, man.
Yeah. I mean, they're like, sometimes it's a blessing not being able to see everything. I mean, everything's so recordable, innit? We all do it. We're like, this is my tea. This is my breakfast.
I know.
Everything's like so throwaway. But to them memories, like I say, I'm gonna have to dig out all these backstage, our own sort of footage of the Dream Frequency raves as well, and maybe even you might be on it as well. But we recorded loads of shit. I mean, it's amazing.
Because I mean, back then, as much as your phone with a video camera is the norm now, back then just having a video camera was a big deal, and you took it to some of your gigs and filmed, and it was like not everybody could have a video camera.
You'd have to do a workout. You'd have to be on the weights and everything to
to hold this thing, and then the battery running out or the tape running out.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Even like if somebody at a rave back then was taking pictures, you thought it was like Drug Squad or it was for the wrong reasons. What the fuck are you doing? But you don't do that here.
Yeah.
Where now it's just fucking kids are dancing. Fucking check me. Yay.
Yeah.
So it's fucking mad. So things like that, videos and stuff.
I think that's why Paul's videos are so special, because we were if we were lucky enough to have a video recorder, we'd be doing our own little hazy pictures and backstage. But like Paul DV, back then he was like 3 or 4 different cameras, and it was the highest quality at that time. So he's got some amazing footage.
Yeah, I think he's got the Scottish rave scene captured. Yeah, he's put stuff out, Paul's a good pal of mine, and we were actually, he was helping me putting down a wooden floor in my house, and he was like, and we were talking about what fucking this stuff, and he went, you know what I found the other day? We done a gig in Club Kinetic in Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah.
And he went, I found the tapes for that gig, and I had released that as a live album, and I didn't even know he was there videoing it. And he'd videoed the entire gig. And I was like, you what? You filmed it. He went, yeah, 4 cameras set up. I filmed a lot of it. I went, mate, I can't even remember you being there. So he sent me the video of that. And I saw the opportunity and I put it out on DVD. But anyway, but it was like, but it totally fucking blew my mind, because it was like, holy fuck, there's like something that I remember happening, but now I watched it happen, and it was a weird.
I watched that there, because obviously I played for you the 1994. Was it last week or the week before? It might be the week before. I watched the a large majority of that gig, and I remember that because obviously I played there with Zeleny, and amazing footage.
Mental, man. That was like a mad. Like I always felt like the further down south you went, the crowds were quieter, but Manchester, North of England, like all those places were just as mad as fucking Scotland. It was always brilliant to play there. But that Stoke-on-Trent club, for some mad reason, they just loved the horns and the whistles, and the crowd noise was fucking unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Fuck. And just for the swear count, fuck.
You're well beating me, Mal. It's great.
Sorry, man. It's a lot of fucking tick.
Or is it him? I can never. I'm back to front. I think it's him. He's a swearer. That's not classed as swearing in Scotland, though. That's just standard language.
It's like a comma.
You know me. I've got me Scottish DNA, big time Scottish DNA, proved, validated.
That's it. Once you've been up enough times, you just get accepted as one of us. So it's all good, man.
No, mate. I've actually got the DNA. I'm Celtic.
That's right. You've done the full thing.
Viking and Celtic. That'll do for me. It's in my passport.
Brilliant, man. Brilliant.
Cool, man. Well, listen. How long have we been chatting for now? It's got to be an hour and a half, hasn't it? Surely.
Yeah, man.
Should we do another 3? Should we just get on it and do another 3?
I think we should just make it a journey.
Yeah.
It's like a Sasha set.
When I was 2 years old, right? No, mate. So what's your future plans going forward after the lockdown?
I'm excited to put some parties together.
Yeah.
I'm excited about me and you doing some gigs together.
Yeah.
Tracks
and again, as well, mate. 100% tracks as well. 100%.
Yeah, we need to do some more stuff and have as much fun. And again, like I was saying, I can't get my head into making music. But I've been working, like with music, but no making new music. the Kickstarter, Ultrasonic Kickstarter, slightly different for yours, where that, you know, I never needed to write any music. I literally, thanks to lockdown, I found that unreleased album, which is fucking mental.
Yeah, that is.
And through us talking, you know, you were like, check out Kickstarter. I had looked at Kickstarter loads of times and just went, I don't feel comfortable with this, don't know enough about it. And then you showed me your man's Kickstarter, and I was like, oh, fucking hell, man. That's pretty cool. And I don't know if you know Mike, Force Mass Motion. He'd done a similar thing with a company that you kind of crowdfund to get the vinyl out. So I seen it was all possible. Kickstarter. Then, you know, just fucking getting into some new music, bit of art, but just fucking keep going until somebody says, wait a minute, what the fuck are you doing?
So you get found out?
To get rumbled. But here, you must get people coming, you know, I'd like to book you in the studio and all that. Then, I mean, they get down and they just want you to write fucking a big Dream Frequency track for them, you know what I mean?
to be honest, I know mainly house music and stuff like that. But yeah, when you mention your history and that, sometimes they'll go like, no fucking way. Or they'll research you afterwards and don't even think about what you've done before and then go.
But even with you, man, like there's so many aliases that you've done. I mean, I've been watching your video podcast things for this. And some of the tracks that you're pulling out and playing clips, I'm like, fuck, did he do that as well?
Yeah.
Fucking, I remember that track. And, you know, it's great to have such a fucking back catalogue of fucking bangers, man.
Yeah, no, I've been lucky, mate. I've been lucky. But, yeah, focus is on Dream Frequency now for the foreseeable, definitely. Yeah, just crack on with that. That's all I can say, really, man. But, yeah. Kickstarter.
Here's to get the fucking track out. Get behind the Kickstarter, man. That's
man. Well, yeah. So yeah, I think we need to get the Kickstarter over the line. We've got 30 days left. Get that done. Then we could get Ultra Frequency out as a single, 100%. Maybe get a remix or two on it. We were on about this, weren't we? Maybe get a remix on it.
Yeah.
Cliff Richard, you said maybe.
Well, I thought he was a strong contender. Devil Women, don't knock it, man. You know what I mean? That's a tune.
Sound, mate. Wired for sound.
Wired for sound. So, Cliff's in the bag, you know.
Ultra Frequency. I was a shit as Cliff Richard. I got myself a wire.
Can you just imagine him roller skating?
Oh, mate.
With the fucking the track banging out in the background, just everybody raving behind him, just Cliff leading the charge.
Fucking brilliant. Yeah, so yeah, if we can get that across the line, which I'm sure we will, that's it. Definitely going to get that out because it's obviously it's not going to just sit there. Trust us, it's just not going to sit there. Me and Mal are going to do some more stuff. If you want to support Mal's Kickstarter, it is this. And obviously the Dream Frequency Kickstarter. Follow the link, hit pledge, choose your package. Show your support. Let's get it out there. Let's get it out there.
I think it's important to get behind this and fucking get this music out because it deserves to be released on vinyl. That booklet thing I know is fucking brilliant, man. You know?
Yeah. And honestly, it's listen. Me, you know, me, like I said, my wife, she's professional marketing thing, and you know, from me myself, we don't want to put any shite out there. You know, it's got to be quality, the best vinyl. Weighted vinyl, all that. We want to put out a package that you get and you just go, oh, check.
Yeah.
Oh, it even smells good.
Egyptian cotton. Feel the quality of these bath towels. Egyptian cotton. Fucking brilliant, man. No, but you need to. I mean, that's what's genuinely so important about this thing, Kickstarter, that the two of us are invested in. By no means is it a money-making exercise. It's about getting the right amount of funds to make a quality fucking product, you know. And the thing you've got with the booklet, the CD, the vinyl, you know, if you're passionate about music, you want to be getting your hands on this because, you know, although it's great to have music on your phone and it's in the fucking cloud, you don't own that.
No, it's not.
Where is the fucking cloud? You know, what credits can you read when you're, you know, I like to listen to an album and still fucking look at the CD, the fucking sleeve notes, and, you know, enjoy it all as a piece, you know what I mean? Because I own it, it's mine, you know what I mean? And I think there's a lot of other people all over the world that feel the fucking same, you know? Music's the last fucking, you know, they're taking books away from us now as well. There's nothing we can own anymore that's ours, you know? Let's not fucking let it die out. You know, there is a vinyl resurgence here for people who really are invested in music, and that's what these Kickstarters really help guys like us fucking put the music out in the formats that it's meant to be on, innit?
Absolutely, mate. Well, I can't end it on anything other than that, mate. That's good. So I'm going to say, support the Kickstarters. Let's get this shit done. Mal, thanks so much, mate. No doubt I will be speaking to you very shortly about mundane shit like how's your chickens and fucking the weather.
Yeah, just fucking giving each other nuggets of advice. And if we have any nuggets for the listeners and watchers out there, it is Kickstarter.
He's laughing in the background. Just before we go, Mal, are you thirsty?
Well, we've been talking a while, and even cold tea and a good mug is good.
All right, mate. Nice one. I will speak to you soon. Stay safe, everybody out there. Thanks for all the support from both of us so far. You fucking legends, you. Peace.
Check. Everybody in the house, for the first time in history, ultrasonic and dream frequency.
Won't you come with me? Give me your love. I need your ecstasy. Won't you come with me? Take me away. Come and dance with me. Won't you come with me? Give me your love. I need your ecstasy. Won't you come with me? Take me away. Come and dance with me.
And you thought that we'd slow down. Come on now. Ultra frequency.